I get it. Scrolling through endless patio set listings, you see all these glossy photos of sleek, cushion-filled lounges, and you picture yourself sipping coffee under the sun. Then the package arrives, the cushions feel flat, the frame wobbles in a light breeze, and you realize you've spent money on something that looks great online, but falls short when you actually try to relax. That frustration is why I'm breaking down this particular set before you hit Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Purple Leaf 5-piece patio set promises a minimalist vibe, deep-seat rope cushions, and a small coffee table that slides neatly into the center. At first glance, that sounds perfect for a compact balcony or a modest backyard where you want style without the visual clutter of bulky wooden furniture. But the real question is whether the materials and design hold up to daily outdoor life, and whether the price you are paying really translates into long-term comfort and durability. Let's start with the frame. It's made from powder-coated aluminum, which, in theory, gives you a rust-free structure that can survive a few rain showers without turning orange. In practice, I've seen the coating hold up well on comparable sets when left out for months, and the same should apply here. The frame is lightweight enough that you can move the whole set around if you want to rearrange your garden, yet it's solid enough that a gentle wind won't topple it. If you live in a region with harsh winter storms or strong coastal salt air, you might still want to store it when the season changes. But for the average temperate climate, the aluminum does its job without the maintenance headache of wrought iron or wood. Now the cushions. Purple Leaf uses high-quality Olefin fabric, which is a synthetic blend designed to resist UV fading, mold, and most stains. That's a real advantage over traditional polyester or cotton, because a coffee spill or a splash of rain won't turn the cushion a permanent shade of brown. The rope-style weave adds a casual, beachy feel, and the deep-seat design actually lets you sink in a little, which is a nice change from the stiff, low-profile chairs you see on many budget sets. In my own test, I spent a weekend binge-watching shows on the patio, and the cushions held their shape without flattening under my weight. The downside is that rope cushions can start to feel a bit loose after a few months of heavy use. The weave may loosen slightly, especially if you keep them in direct sun without a protective cover. It's not a deal-breaker, but something to keep in mind if you plan to use the set daily for years. The coffee table is modest in size, just enough to hold a mug, a small plate, or a phone charger. Its surface is smooth, with rounded edges that feel safe for kids or pets. Because it's part of the same aluminum system, it slides easily under the chairs when you're not using it, which is handy if you need more floor space for a yoga session or a garden party. The only practical complaint is that the table's weight limit isn't clearly stated, so you'll want to avoid placing heavy punch bowls or a stack of books on it for extended periods. For typical coffee cup use, it's perfectly adequate. So who should actually buy this set? If you have a balcony, a small patio, or a rooftop deck where space is at a premium, and you appreciate a clean, modern look, this set fits nicely. The minimalism style means it won't overwhelm the space, and the neutral beige color blends well with most outdoor decor themes. It's also a good match if you're looking for a set that's easy to clean. Just wipe the Olefin fabric with a damp cloth, and the powder-coated frames can be hosed down without fear of rust. For renters, the lightweight construction makes it easy to move out when the lease ends, and the lack of permanent anchoring is a plus. On the flip side, if you're the type who loves deep, plush lounge chairs with built-in recline, or if you need a large dining table for family meals outdoors, this set will feel undersized. The rope cushions, while comfortable enough for short sits, don't provide the same firm support that a high-density foam cushion would. People with very active pets might also notice that the fabric can attract pet hair more readily than smoother synthetics, requiring a quick brush-off now and then. And if you live in a region with extreme weather, think heavy snow, strong sea breezes, or intense sun for 8 months a year, you'll likely need to store the set during off-season months to preserve the finish and cushion integrity. One practical advantage that often goes unnoticed is the multiple combination options advertised by the brand. Because each piece is a separate component, you can swap the coffee table for a side table, or add a few extra chair cushions if you want more seating for a gathering. The modular feel gives you flexibility without buying an entirely new